Nah, I'm saying, what's up, y'all? So look, this video gonna be a little bit different today. Um, I'm gonna try to. I'm at a park right now. It's like a it's like a body weight park. It's like they got like body weight machines. So I'm gonna try to talk to y'all and do these workouts and struggle. You know what I'm saying? Show y'all how my big body self doing it. I've been losing some weight. So I done lost like 20 pounds. I was like 250 again. But you look get a little warm up going. Ah, you know what I'm saying? But today I hope y'all can hear me. Today I want to talk about the relationship with my dad. So I never had a good relationship with my dad. You know, and I promise y'all this video, so I'm gonna bring it to y'all. And I hope it helps somebody. So my mom and my dad had got divorced when I was still in kindergarten. I used to watch my dad like cheat on my mom and beat her and stuff like that. And coming up in that environment, even though I knew that it was wrong, it's like you couldn't really tell me that it was when I watched my hero do it. Like growing up, I had three heroes. It was my dad, my mom, and my second oldest sister. Because I didn't really get along with my oldest sister, and I found out later on in life she a half sister. But nothing against her though. And so um, I remember being crushed too, because when we left, my dad, because I was torn, because I loved my mom and my dad when I was a little kid. And I remember my mom asking us who we wanted to stay with. And first, the first person to respond, from what I remember, was my second oldest sister, then my oldest sister, and they both picked my mom. And I looked back at my dad and I thought about how bad things was when my mom went out of town, because my mom had went out of town, so things I guess could be better and get us like somewhere to go. But and things had fell apart at home. So I chose my mom too, because my dad didn't really care about being a parent. So he was like, fuck them three stupid motherfuckers. And I remember my heart broke for like the first time, because I was like, Dad, like, how could you say that, you know? But over the years, it was like, it was a lot of resentment. Like me, I would see my dad every like 3 to 5 years, And I remember, which wasn't much over the years. And I remember when I was 16, I was trying to come live with him, because I realized I'm like, dang, living around all these women, like I'm not becoming the man I need to be. And me and him went back and forth, and then he basically ultimately told me to wait till I was grown. And I'm just like, bruh, but you already missed so much of my life. I'm like, I because in my mind I'm like, why would I need you when I'm grown if you're not here for like the rest of my life? And that broke my heart too. But fast forward a couple years, I was like struggling going through it. I'm like 20 at this time, still living with my mom, and it was like I had gave everything to everybody else, but I didn't make sure I was good. And I ain't mad at everybody else, because in this world you got to look after yourself, because everybody gonna look after them, you know. So you can give generously, but make sure you good too. And I had neglected myself, because I just wanted the acceptance of my family. So because I want to see them do better. And so I finally went to go live with my dad. We was like neighbors or whatever. And like things just got bad quick. I only stayed there for like a month, because like he was really controlling and possessive. Like he would make me have like out on a walkie talkie from apartment to apartment. Like we almost fought one time, like over him just being controlling and demanding. And he didn't come through on any of the promises, like putting me on welding and stuff like that. And my second oldest sister also told me he made death threats. I don't think that's true no more, because she tried to cover it up. But I noticed like when she lied, like she tried to cover it up and minimize who hear it. But I realized over time that they were all in on things together, and the whole point was to like, because I was always like one of the strongest in the family, so they want to psychologically break me, so I can crawl back to them, and they can, I guess, do what they wanted or whatever. But it didn't go like that, because when I had moved to Cali and my sister abandoned me, I ended up going to the army. And I remember I got like when I got out the army, we didn't talk that whole time, because I knew he was mad, because I had to run off with the rent money just to get away. And they was trying to play me about the rent money too, because my other sister that I was living with was trying to make it seem like she wasn't getting paid, just so she can keep all her money. But anyways, she only came through on it because my other sister was like, all right, well then she got to pay him back. She didn't want to pay me back, but so I got out the army. I talked to my dad like one last time before he died, and like we talked for like 3 days before he blocked me because because he was trying to put me onto the welding stuff, and I asked him for the information to see if they had one out there, and I guess he didn't like that I wanted to do it on my own because he was trying to make me leave my girl, and I'm just like I can't leave her, bruh, because she done seen me through the worst of times when my so-called family wasn't there for me, and they put me through that craziness, and I went through a mental psychosis. I was like I had got and my therapist was trying to convince me that I was psychotic and stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't regret my past, even though I did a lot of crazy and dumb stuff, because it's all about the human experience and growth. And that's why I'm bringing y'all my message. But so we talked that one time. He ended up blocking me, and then the next year he ended up dying. But it's the weird circumstances because it's like I don't know. It was like he died in Mississippi, and it's so I don't know. It's weird because nobody wanted to take the case, and then it was like he wasn't even for the longest time when he died. He wasn't in like the system of deaths or anything like that, right? Hold on, let's go to these hang times. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to hang and talk to y'all. Mind you, I'm heavy right now. I'm like 250, so it's gonna be tough for me. But bear with me. So um so anyways, we was we was talking or whatever. I was actually doing welding, trying to follow in his footsteps or whatever. And I remember, wait, hold on. I remember us talking and stuff like that. And I don't know. It's like when he died. Damn, that shit tough. Like I remember when he died. Like it was like a hard thing for me. Let me take a little break. And I ain't did nothing for real. But it was like a hard thing for me because um I chased that relationship like my entire life. Even though we had shortcomings and we didn't talk for a minute, like I still would hit him up like every now and again and try to get the relationship because I don't know. I think on a delusional level, like I always felt like he brushed me off because he didn't think that because he didn't approve of the man I was and he didn't feel like we was compatible or whatever. That relationship wasn't really worth it. And I guess like in my mind I thought that like some way somehow like we'll end up like having a relationship when I was older or something. I don't know. So when I heard he had passed and I was at work following in his footsteps, I had got my first welding job. Like so much had went into that, you know. Like I had got so many no's, and I had trained for like a year and like doing pipe fitting and welding, and then it was and I remember when I found out he died, I just lost so much passion for it, and I realized that it really wasn't for me, you know, because he died, and then the next week I lost my job, and then within that same week of losing my job, I had my twins prematurely. You know what I'm saying? So a lot was going on. I was going through a lot of things, and I just remember just being down and being stuck and like not tuning to my mind and my body and my spirit and trying to like I was trying to force a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to hold on. Like I was trying to force a lot of things. Like I was trying to force a lot of like habits and like work and stuff like that. And I was making excuses. And I want to tell y'all today, don't make excuses, bro. Like the only way to get through that pain, the only way to heal is through God. Connect with the source, with the universe. Talk to the archangels. Talk to Lord, the archangel Lord Samuel. He, he he over he over like peace and love and relationships and stuff, and he helps you heal. He over healing and stuff. His color is pink, and if you ask him to come heal you, he'll open up your heart and he'll send his pink angels of healing to come help you. You know what I'm saying? Talk to Lord Uriel. Talk Talk to all of them. Talk to the ascended masters. Talk to your angels. That's what God gave them to you for. Talk to God. You know, speak to your animals in Rainbow Bridge too. But so, anyways, um, yeah. So when that happened, found out he passed. And I was devastated by it. But then I started having dreams about my dad, right? And me and my dad was like, we had deep conversations like when he was alive, but I didn't have much time with my dad when he was alive. So, you know, it was limited. And I remember, I just remember getting to a point where I was like tapping into spirituality and I was having these dreams. And my dad always told me how I need to embrace being different because how he was that way too and how everybody else wasn't on anything. But my dad was kind of a messed up individual. Like he was really vulgar and mean. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a real hurt soul. So he didn't have the best delivery. And he didn't say things the best. And he didn't care that the stuff he said was messed up. And that's what me and him kind of differed at. Because I always wanted to be better, even though like I had messed up stuff wrong with me too. But and I still do. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But um I remember like I had this one dream with my dad, right? And this is the one that matters. So I had one dream with him where I remember, like in the dream, I was like experiencing flashbacks, like, well, not flashbacks, but like just like I want to say like spiritual, like interpretations or visions or whatever, because I was in a dream, right, and I was doing something, and my dad came to me in a dream, like, and in this dream, I'm like in a different reality, right, where my dad start talking to me, and so me and my dad sitting around and he telling me about the Transformers movie. And I know my dad likes Transformers because he told me about them before, right? So he telling me, he's like, dog, you seen that new Transformer? Or it's off the chain that you gotta watch it. So I said, all right, I'll see it. I ain't never really been in Transformers. So I said, all right. So then I snapped back to reality in a dream, right? I'm just like, dang, my dad just really did that. So me and my dad talking, well, not my dad, like, so I go on with the rest of my day, and so I'm with my girl, and in the dream, right, and I'm telling her like, hey, let's go to the movies, but I didn't tell her what for. So we go to the movies, right? We go to the movies. She so we look at, so I let her look through the movies, even though I already know what I want. I just kind of want to, see what she gonna say, make it feel natural or whatever. Hmm, I don't know. That's what kind of crazy. Is it just me? Is it just the light? I don't know. But so um in that moment, my dad come back to me again, right? And like I'm in my mind and he talking to me. And my dad was real kind of, like I said, he was vulgar. So he was just like, my dad come to me in a dream and he said, bruh, he said, nigga, is you gonna watch the movie or not? Right? So then I snapped back, I'm like, oh, and before I could pick it, like I woke up, right? And I didn't know which movie he was talking about, right? So what I ended up doing is I ended up just watching the one from like 2024 and 2023, I think. And and then I ended up getting a message like basically my dad was coming to me like basically telling me to, do my divine life purpose and stuff like that. Like it was a movie. I think it was the one like The Rise of the Dark Beast or something like that. And it was basically like an origin story about becoming the leaders, different stuff like that. And I seen how it tied it into like spirituality. So I was just like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like I get that because my guys had been telling me that the entire time, and then like now my dad coming to me visiting me. So I was just like, I get it. So you know, this is me embarking on my spiritual journey, and I'm trying to help other people. That's my purpose, is to help other people here. So and to get them, spiritual and get them on their way. And I want to say that like I think a lot of us just need love and healing because we don't get taught kind of like that kind of stuff. I'm gonna upload another video because this one kind of getting long. But what I want to let y'all know is that no matter how close somebody is to y'all, if if they constantly bashing you and putting you down, don't let that kind of stuff get to you. Like, don't be weak. Like, if you know you on the right path, don't be weak enough to let yourself be turned around just because people make you emotional. You know, like you like sometimes you like well not sometimes but all the time. Like you gotta fight for what's right. You gotta fight for who you is because nobody's gonna make sure that you good like you and your guides, you know? So I just I want y'all to know that like death don't stop you. Nothing can stop you. This is your journey, bruh. You the main character. The show don't go on without you. Nothing in your life is bigger than you. And God gave us the tools in our essence, but like when He made us in His nature, He gave us the tools to do all this. We just gotta stay connected to Him, you know. And I don't want to be preachy because I'm more spiritual, but I just want y'all to know that whatever you going through, bruh, like meditate on it. You know, talk to God about it. Like get you either get different colored candles depending on who you're talking to. If you want to talk to Lord Chamuel, his color is pink. Get pink candles. Get a pink candle and ask him to open up your heart and help heal you. You know what I'm saying? But I love y'all, bro. Be kind to people. You know, spread good love and good energy. Like give people a warm embrace. Shit, get out here in this nature. Tend to your mind, tend to your Trinity, your body, mind, and your spirit. And man, stay like try to meditate daily. I've been meditating and praying daily. You know, trying to incorporate fasting, all this kind of different stuff, exercising. Like just make sure every day you try to make positive improvements. You know, man, I love y'all, man, sincerely. And that comes from my whole heart. I hope you feel my good energy and my love radiates to be infectious towards you. Man, may the heavens and may your angels watch over you.